Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's still blacksmithing related, but I'm not going to be forging. I'm finally going to upgrade my anvil stand from these 4x6 pine to oak stump. A couple months ago I had a big oak tree fall in my hog lot, and I went down there and cut me off two big chunks. One's going to make an anvil stand and the other is going to be a stand for this vise. Now, to start with, I've got them cut pretty close to the lengths that I want them. I may have to trim on them lengthwise a little bit more, but to start with, I'm going to take my axes and knock off the thick layer of bark that's on them and get them down to just the interior wood. And I could do this with a chainsaw, but I like the way it looks when it's done with an axe, so that's the way I'm going to do it. First thing I'm going to do is lay it over. Take a regular little axe and cut us some notches in it. Once I do that, it makes it a little bit easier to come back with the hewing axe and break the chips out. I'm just going to be a slow process, just have to do one section at a time. So now that we've got all the bark off of it and I've got a couple blisters worked up on my left hand, we're going to take the anvil off this one and set it on that one. I'm going to check to see how level it is, and then we're going to trace it out, because I'm going to do some trimming on that one where I don't have these flat sides. So if I want to work something around the heel or the horn, I don't have the wood in the way. We're also going to do something better than 4 big nails to hold it down. So I'm not quite sitting flat on it there. We're going to take a little bit off of it and then check see if that's a good working height for me. Now, the height of your anvil is going to be different for everybody depending on how your height and where you're comfortable working. So it's just a little bit higher than my other one, so I took about an inch or a little more off of it with a chainsaw. But now what I've got is just my hand plane, and I'm just going to go across this and try to get this flat, because it was cut with a chainsaw. So we're just going to try to get it as flat as I can here. It's a little different going across the end grain. But I'm really just trying to knock down any high spots. now I've got it on here positioned where I want it. I'm going to take my pencil and just go around and trace the footprint. I've done one anvil this way before that I no longer have. It was just a cast iron anvil, wasn't great, but I did like the way I had it set up. So we're going to try to go with that again. Grab something sitting around here to use for a straight edge. I'm doing this part with a chainsaw, so it's not like it's going to be perfect. Anyways, but what I'm going to do now is trim these off at an angle, so I still got the same footprint for the base, so it should be solid, but I get rid of this so it's not in my way if I'm working something big or long around the horn, or if I got something that hangs down far that I want to put a nice straight corner on over the heel of the anvil. I got to this point and I didn't know it, but my microphone's died. So what I'm doing here, I've got 2 pieces of angle cut that fit just inside of the dip in the side of the anvil there, and I'm running in some 4-inch screws. I'll run them down tight. And once I get that side in, I'm doing the same thing on the other side that you can't see for the anvil. And once I get them in and get them tight, I'm going to take my ball peen hammer and drive them into the side of it to form it to the anvil, just to keep it from moving side to side and make sure it's a good snug fit that way. I'll start here with the ball peen and I'll try to work it evenly on both sides, that way I'm not pushing it one way and it stays centered. So now that I have the angle iron brackets on, I forged 2 large nails out of 3/8 square bar, and we're going to wrap the chains around and try to get them centered, the end links on both sides. And the chain works pretty good if it just happens to work out with your anvil. The links will kind of lock in on the creased edges of the feet there. Here I'm just working, trying to get them centered up, and then we'll get these nails started in and drive them on in. The same thing here, I'm working each one a little at a time on each side, just trying to keep them even. And once I get them about 3/4, 2/3 to 3/4 of the way in, I'm going to drive them, bend them downward. That way it pulls down tight on the chain. Now here I swapped to a 4-pound hammer to drive the nails downward and turn them and really cinch everything down tight. After I got it done, I tried it out and forged a couple things on it, and it really took a lot of ring out of the anvil and made it a whole lot quieter having it mounted solid like this. And that thing's not going anywhere. But that's it for this one, guys. I hope y'all enjoyed it. My words are not going to go along with my lips right here because I'm still doing a voiceover, but I hope y'all learned something. I apologize again. I didn't know my microphone's quit and the sound's not there. But I hope y'all learned something. If you're looking to mount your anvil or remount it, this is the way I do it. Worked for me. But y'all have a good one.